Welcome everyone, and we have another tournament game review, and here we are entering the semi-final of the PCC 7. Here we are going to cover the second game of the Professor versus Dirty Lake and the boys. The Professor are a game down, and they had a huge trouble against Toasty on Narbash in the previous game, and so here they decided to bring the full force of the damage with Calari, Argus, Faye to be able to deal with the Narbash, which I think is a very smart idea, but it makes also like the composition pretty hard to play. So that's gonna be like a full-on damage comp against like the usual Narbash Sustain Despo late game comp. Let's see how it fares. So we have the second match of the first semi-final of the PCC 7. Professors facing against Dirty Lake and the boys. So here, Dirty Lake and the boys managed to win the first game. Professor have their backs against the wall. They need to win that match or they're out of the tournament. And here we see that we can go for like a very aggressive kind of composition with a Gallery in the jungle, a Faye in the mid lane. We do have the Argus as a support played by Crazy Fool. And so really like a composition that don't have really any front line besides the steal, but have a lot amount of damage. And in previous match, we have seen like Professors kind of struggling to be able to deal with the Narbash because they had kind of a sustainy type of comp, a sustained damage type of comp. And that was like very, very rough for them. And so here they decided to build like enough damage to be able to probably one-shot that Narbash in every single situation. And so I kind of like the idea, but it's not a composition that is very easy to pilot. And so they and kind of need to snowball in a sense, but if they snowball, like suddenly every single character is able to one-shot every single character in the enemy team, and so that can be like becoming scary very, very fast for the side of Dirty Lake and the boys. Normally in straight 5v5 team fight though, Dirty Lake and the boys composition should get like an edge, and so this is where they do have to be careful on the side of Professors, is to not get to a situation when those 5v5 team fights are forced while they don't have like a huge lead in some regards. So we do have 6 starting on the 5 red into 5 camp. Calari takes so much damage in the jungle since the jungle patch with the patience meter and the aggro bar and stuff. We're gonna go like for the full clear, and we can see the clear is also like quite slower. So far we're kind of playing slow on every single lane. And here we have 6 that recall immediately after finishing 3 camp. So he finishes red side and he recall immediately, I guess, to be healthy on health in a sense. And completely like, oh, we're trying to keep aggressing onto Soul Reaper. We're gonna force the flash, so flash being secured. North trying to get the river buff. He does secure the river buff, but we get like quite a lot of damage onto North. So interesting strat here. We can see 6 have gone for like the full clear on the red side, and then he recalled back to base to go immediately to the left river buff from the respawn. Now we're gonna clear the blue side jungle. North is kind of low on HP, so he's just gonna like walk towards the chill buff before he do his left side jungle, I assume. And there is nothing you can do to counter a jungler that go for the chill buff, because like Hunt does too much damage. So Nitro need to respect that. He's gonna try like to freeze the wave. And it's really gonna be successful here. So well played by him. We do have the Narbash plus Kira lane that actually like managed to play pretty well into the res Argus. We're looking like for some aggression here. Six has finished his blue side jungle. Apparently he's trying to head out towards the dual lane. But I don't think Toasty and Lekanator are going to step in. And here we do have 6 that is looking for the gank. And he get caught up by the ward here, I think. And that is like where like the team of Dirty Like and the boys have done their homework. They know that 6 is probably around. He's trying like to de-ward here and he's gonna find the ward. So, Sicknix, when it comes to the Feint competitive, I feel like one of the issues is that she's a mid laner that is a little bit too easy to punish. I think she can be like she has a place, but we're not at the level that team execute perfectly, like flash timing and thing. And I feel like with all the cleans and the unstoppable things, it's like kind of easy to be able to like dodge the ultimate. But at the same time, every time a Faye is picked in competitive, she gets the award of the most damage done to hero in a game. So I feel like she has a spot. She's not easy to pick. She's definitely not straightforward. But I feel like we're still like figuring out where the Faye should be picked and in which type of composition against which type of composition. And I feel like here it's not really like the character is bad. I feel like it's more that we haven't figured out yet what the character can be amazing at. But yeah, she's definitely like a little bit too easy to punish. But I don't think the character needs like change. I feel like it just needs more like team knowledge and how to abuse her strengths. Now we have Toasty smacking. And here, so we're gonna trade. Maybe. No, Crazy Fool doesn't have any mana, so Toasty is out. And so that's gonna be the first blood. First blood on the support is never always like rarely what you want to see, but it's still good to get. And especially if it's to call the enemy carry, so you still like deny some farm from the enemy carry. And as we can see here, the wave is bouncing back, so that's the perfect timing also like for Lekanator. And so that's gonna deny a lot of farm from Survivor, but it's 22 CS up, so that's just gonna allow like Lekanator to kind of come back a little bit on the farm deficit. Here we're gonna like try to crush that wave, take advantage of the rotation of Soul Reaper to make it happen, and then we might try to go for the Fangtooth here because we have the Kalari that is present. We got the level 6 on the Faye, but we also like already like level 7 on the Gideon. But that's a lot of damage, to be honest, with the Argus Faye damage, and that's gonna be like the first Fangtooth being secured by the set of Professors. And it's simply gonna try to disengage. We get a nice black hole, and unfortunately, like a nice fly trap. Sorry, this black hole is not really great. We try to go in, but that's gonna be the death of many people. And here we secure the Fangtooth plus a triple kill. I think Happy Picker thought the black hole was going to connect, but it didn't connect. And then you didn't respect the fly trap. Double fly trap into a lot of damage. 6 tried to go into the back line, but it's not the timing that you're actually strong, especially that's the strongest timing of a Faye at that specific moment, because you get the ultimate where most people don't have their crest yet, so that's the moment you need to abuse a Faye, at least the ultimate of a Faye. And here, as you can see, 3 kills plus Fangtooth, that's a very, very good like situation for the side of Professors, getting a kill on 2-6, a kill on Survivor. Ideally would have loved to get the kill on Soul Reaper instead of Crazy Fool. But still, like all those kills is exactly what their comp needs to be able to start rolling. And here Dirty Lake and the boys kind of overstepping their boundaries, not really realizing that the black hole didn't connect, and so they kind of got baited here. Like, I agree, Seismic, that it's one of the big problems is like the amount of cleans, but I feel like there is like maybe a comp somewhere that everyone like kind of force cleanses regularly that she can have a spot. Because one like good use when people don't have like those stuff up, but I don't know if we ever gonna reach the critical mass of having enough character that force enough stuff, because we have cleans but also flash, and so you have a lot of like get out of jail free card. So here we're gonna secure the mini prime on the side of professors. Get a little bit of a domination here. Try to go for the stun on Happy Picker. We were ready to follow that up if the stun connect. But I feel like also if we have like other character that can like force people to stay inside the untamed growth or make the E easy to land, like suddenly you have like crazy amount of damage. And like I said, it's been two events that I've added like the new reward of like the maximum hero damage in a single game, and it's 2 times that reward is won by a Fae. Then, is it efficient hero damage? I don't know, but that kind of tell me there is like maybe something somewhere. What it is, I'm unsure yet, but they might be. Here we're trying like to go for the combo. 6 is here to counter engage. We got like a nice guillotine through like all people. We tried to turn that around, but that's a little bit too many damage, and 6 is gonna secure the kill on Toasty. And so second time here, Toasty should have just taken this Crash Bang Boom to fully disengage, not re-engage. So here a good turnaround by 6 being there at the right time. Good flash by Crazy Fool to survive, and then they turn the fight, but another time that once again Dirtilek and the boys a little bit too eager to overstay their welcome here, I feel like. So here we're looking, North is back to that dual lane. I guess because it's the timing that they would like to try to crash that wave, but they're not gonna let that happen. We also get the rotation from Happy Picker, so kind of a heavy investment here, and they're gonna find Crazy Fool. Crazy Fool doesn't have flash, should be like an easy pickup here. Good rotation, but that's like a pretty heavy rotation to secure like just only 1 kill. And there is not even like a Fangtooth to be secured at that moment. But we also secure like a freeze for the dual lane, which is always something that is pretty appreciable. But I feel like the more like I see like people playing Gideon or playing Faye is, for a long time I do feel like people were thinking that those characters were initiator, and they're not really. They're like, in my opinion, second initiator. Like we have seen, like if Gideon is the first one to engage a team fight, it's not gonna go super well for it. But if, and here we can see like how people can disappear very fast. But we use the flash aggressively, but that's like a pick, and maybe we can try to get a tower out of it. And we secure the second Fangtooth. But yeah, like I was saying is, if you initiate with like those mages, it's very easy to counter and to kill the mage, and suddenly you have like an easy team fight. But we have seen time and time again like the Gideon being like super valuable in that PCC 7. Thanks to the fact that most of the time he engaged after the team fight already have break out. And so that means that we get a little bit of an easier time, because most of the cooldown are gone. So that means that it's harder to actually like stop it. And also like even when sometimes the cooldown are up, because you're in the middle of the chaos of a team fight, suddenly everything is stronger. And I feel like probably Faye can like work in that same category. She's never the main engage, but she's a beautiful second engage or counter engage in some situation. But you need to make it like not easy for the enemy team to use their abilities. I think the big difference with Gideon though is Black Hole, no matter what, even if you don't cancel it, like it's still like some damage has been dealt, some disruption has been created, while Faye, everything disappears. So overall, Professors doing a very good job. They do lose their tier 1 tower on mid and offlane though, but they already have secured like 3 objectives. They're on the path of Triple Fangtooth. They got like some pretty good kill lead and they're slightly ahead on CS. So they're doing what their comp is supposed to do, which is like dominating, trying to get kills to get like some farm ahead, and then you can start like killing people. And 6 is 3, 0, and 2. We got the phase 3, 1, and 3. So character are ready to dish out a lot of damage. And once again, probably like a very important moment will be the third Fangtooth. As usual, when we're in a 2-0 situation, that triple Fangtooth is kind of crucial. But on the side of Dirty and the boys, we're trying to get some structures when we can. In my opinion, we've done like 2 mistakes of fighting at certain time that we shouldn't fight. And that's why like costing like those 5 kill leads. But we still get like some chance. Because we secure like a few structures, so we're not falling too far behind in terms of gold. And we also have Happy Picker that is like pretty healthy. Oh, we lose a lot here to try to get onto North. North dashing away. That's gonna be like a flash plus the thing, and now we have to be careful. From the counter engage, we have the Black Hole onto multiple people. Soul Reaper 1 HP, completely left alone into the back line. It's gonna be like a pickup here, and now we're gonna turn the things around, and we don't have a lot of damage anymore, which means that Narbash healing is gonna be pretty strong. We're gonna follow up onto Crazy Fool. Nitro is trying to zone as much as he can, but Crazy Fool is gonna end up falling, and that's in the end a 2-for-1 trade. While the mini prime is up, so that's gonna be like the first mini prime, and yeah, we get like a pick onto 6, but at what cost? Because like we use like a flash, shield slam, guillotine, plus put the whole team out of position to get that kill. And so here I feel like it's the time of Professors to actually get a little bit overzealous. And so they ended up paying the price, and the price is they lose a team fight, 2-for-1 and a mini prime. So now they will have to fight against a mini prime for the triple Fangtooth, plus also the enemy team that does secure like a few more items before that team fight, which is something you're never really happy to see. So we do secure a kill onto Lauber through a gank into the offlane. So that's the timing that the Sevrok is still not yet like fully super duper tanky. We do go for the Unbroken Will as the first item. We get like some good damage onto Soul Reaper, getting chased on. Probably here we're gonna lose Soul Reaper. Try to kill North. Oh, and we're gonna secure the kill. But not a big fan of what happened to Soul Reaper here. Oh, yeah. That's rough. Waiting for a Reaver buff. We're gonna remove the mini prime out of it, thanks to like I don't know how Crazy Fool find the angle to kill North here. I guess when he says like the best Argus player in the world, there might be some truth in it. And so here we do have the Fangtooth respawning. But it's gonna be like a time for everyone to respawn. Soul Reaper is coming back to the fight. Both team kinda have to be careful. Well, we're gonna get the flash. Survivor taking quite a lot of damage. We get a lot of damage onto Nitro as well. Not really sure here what we're trying to accomplish from the side of Professors. And Nitro took a lot of damage, Survivor took a lot of damage, and they do have the Narbash on the side of Dirty Like and the boys, so all this poke situation is very, very, very bad. I'm not really sure why Professor was looking for a pickup before the phase here, because you're facing against Narbash. You really want to go for like a no-lean moment when you one-shot people, and you kind of need your Fae for that. So here they kind of forced the action like earlier. They tried to go in, they don't manage to steal it. Soul Reaper is now in the middle of everyone, gonna get picked up immediately. And now we're gonna like turn onto 6-6, forced to guillotine away. We're gonna try to chase that, but the Fangtooth has been secured. And so, like, I feel like the game was going, like, very, very well for Professors, but here we see, like, multiple mistake after mistake. First mistake was overextending towards, like, getting the kill onto 6, which make them, like, lose the team fight and the mini prime. Then we see Soul Reaper overextended to get the River buff, and here we see the whole team overextended before the Fangtooth team fight, while Soul Reaper was just like respawning from the death. And so like all those things kind of domino effect one after the other, and Professors were in a very good position. They were like driving this game like so well, and now suddenly it's like Dirty Like and the boys are starting to stem the bleeding that was happening, and they kind of even out the situation. They stopped the triple Fangtooth attempt. And so now like they're just chilling, because in my opinion we're gonna reach like a scenario that now we're gonna go for a lot more 5v5 team fight, and the composition of Dirty Like and the boys is just like much better when it comes to this situation. So we still have to look like for some pickup. You still have the Calari plus the Argus plus the rest, so you have like double invisibility that can be like very, very good at securing like some pick. You see that Nitro is coming from the other side, looking to maybe catch something, but not gonna happen.
An allied town is destroyed.
Well, she's actually pretty strong at killing tanks. But then, yeah, Sev can just like run her down, and so we need like the team to be able to peel correctly. And that's for on Argus. Like, Argus is the one that needs to peel fully. And we'll see if Crazy Fool... But the thing, he has to peel both Survivor and the Fae, so it's gonna be a little bit tough.
I'll return.
So here we're trying like to find something. We get like a little bit of damage onto Lobber, but we shouldn't never fully commit to a Sevrog, because then we spend too many resources on the tank and we don't kill it, while the rest of the team can then collapse on us. And so here we can see that thanks to like those 3 mistakes and the good reaction from Dirty Like and the boys, like the game has been slowed down tremendously, which is to the big advantage of the side. And here we're gonna try like to go onto Lobber. We use the Shield Slam, we get the flash out of the Sevrog, so we remove a little bit of aggressive potential from that Sevrog, which is good. For just like a Shield Slam, I think it's completely worth it. Because on top of that, the Shield Slam is coming back off cooldown like much faster than the flash of the Sevrog. But yeah, for now we're kind of playing slow, waiting for the Primal Fangtooth to respawn, I assume. Kind of similar to the previous match. And we're simply gonna go for the reset. Here we're starting, pulling the R Prime, maybe. but we're actually looking like for a trap. I think like one of the issues is that they're on the ward and I don't know. Here they're trying like to be aggressive, but we didn't engage correctly. I wonder if like there is a world that they could like maybe like force something with the shield slam, the fly trap, or shield slam wasn't up yet. It just got up now, so we're gonna try to go in here, go into the back line, but Clover going immediately turning their side around, and they try to force like a 5v5 with wombo combo aspect, but they're not a wombo combo team, so they're gonna try to disengage here. But no, we have the healing from the Narbash. Soul Reaper is dead. We also like lose 6. All the damage is gone. We're gonna chase like as much as we can, and we're gonna get like the kill also, and we lose 3-4-2. So in the end, it kind of worked out okay-ish, but very good play to be honest by Lobber to realizing that he needs to react as fast as he does, because I think if Lobber is slightly late on the reaction to fully zone the backline, suddenly we're actually like in a tough spot, because we go for like a pretty aggressive play here when they kind of all grouped up. Here Nitro saw an opportunity. I feel like the opportunity is probably like more shield slam than bull rush immediately. Here we try to get like as much damage, but Lobber just like kind of zone all the damage on the engage of Nitro, so that's why like we don't get to kill that Narbash. And then we try to heal back, but that means that all the damage is done on the Sevrog, and if all the damage is done on the Sevrog, suddenly like this is not working well. And this is like the big issue is I feel like we're not good at fighting in choke point that much, because they have Gideon, they have Narbash, like in those like pile moment, they have a Sevrog to play the front line. We don't really want to play into those situations, and so in the end, Dirtilek and the boys managing to salvage the situation. It's still a 3-4-2, so not like a decisive win by them, but that could have gone like much worse for the set of Professors, and it's Professor not playing to the strengths of their comp, in my opinion. Here, maybe there is something, but we need like a better wombo combo for the Fae and the Steel, and that means that we need the Sevrog to not be in a position to disrupt the backline, because if the Steel go by himself and we don't have a lot of damage on top of it, it's not gonna work out correctly. But yeah, it's rough because they cannot either like just go for a kind of a poke. They kind of need to all in a sense, because they're playing against the Narbash, the Sevrog, the Crunch. All those characters has pretty good sustain. And here we're gonna like try to grab Toasty, and here very clean pick. And this is like more what this type of comp is able to do. It's just like one-shotting people very, very, very fast. So we're trying to zone as much as we can. And we're gonna look for the fight, and here we're playing like that much better. North is going to try to go into the back line. Sevrog is already here. Survivor is already dead. And that's gonna be like 3 people disappearing immediately. Happy Picker 1 HP, 6 is looking for the kill. And so here they lose like a 4v5. They lose 5 to only kill 1, which is very, very bad. But overall, I like the idea of what Professor is doing here. I feel like it's much better. We're gonna look like at what is happening and why overall it wasn't the best situation. I kind of like the idea overall. I feel like they retreated a little bit too much. So they have like 5 people, I think. Where is the... Okay, 6 is coming. So in my opinion, they got the first pickup. Here I feel like Soul Reaper is playing with fire, but he gets away with it. And here I feel like we can get like Steel plus Crazy Fool, plus like Survivor shouldn't like be in a position that they can get to him. But the rest is kind of fine, and here we should like play all together behind that rock. because they have no vision if you're doing primal or not. So they have to step up. And you need to be ready with everyone to be able to engage. And here we kind of leave them space. Well, I don't think we need to leave them space. We probably want to have like, as soon as they go through that corner, we probably like want to be able to fight them. But here we let them like get the space and we're gonna try to engage. We try to avoid the Savrog, I think that's the idea, while Nitro is fighting that, and we try to get like as much damage as we can onto North. We get the stun, but 6 is not here to deal any damage. 6 is going around while I don't exactly know what was the idea. I guess we want to initiate like from like a flank, but that means that now we don't have enough damage. Here, if we have 6 damage, North is dead immediately, so we should be like in a much better spot because now we get like a big turnaround and a nice black hole on a lot of people, and 6 finally arrive in that fight, but he's super late as you can see, and now he's forced to go for the guillotine to secure the kill onto North, but the kill onto North should have been like secure like a long time ago. And so here they try to, like, I like the idea, but not everyone was on the same page, and we can see that here lacking the damage of one character was actually too much, and here that's a huge loss. You were in a 5v4 and you lose 5 people to kill 1. Yes, they don't really have any answer for the Savrog. The only answer they can have for the Savrog is to probably try to kill the rest, and once only the Savrog remain, you can try to make something happen. Which is not easy, but yeah, they don't have any solution for the Savrog. And to be honest, in that situation, probably, like, as soon as people step up, you can just look for a Dread Nova onto the backline with a guillotine from the Calvary, and you probably, like, kill the Kira and the Gideon, like, very, very fast. And suddenly it's only a Crunch and a Severog left, and then you're kind of fine to play. Maybe you lose Survivor because you don't have anything to peel for him, but that's basically, like, all you're gonna lose to get a full team wipe.
Allied tower under attack.
And so here we do remove, we do secure the R Prime, and now we have the R Prime on 5 people, so infinite regen. We can, like, with the Narbash. Here we have 6, a little bit cheeky, activating the Primal Fangtooth. We try to go for some poke, but the poke is not gonna do anything, simply because we have R Prime regen plus Narbash. Maybe it was to gain vision through the Peekaboo mark. And here, like, they cannot fight in the 5v5, so they just have, like, to kind of delay as much as they can. Here we do have Nitro getting, like, targeted. Has to be careful, forced to use the explosive flower to disengage. And here we're just, like, pushing back the side of Professors to create, like, some space to be able to start that Primal Fangtooth. Oh, we got some good damage onto Lekinator. We try to deal as much as we can from distance. And Lekinator got chunked out quite a lot here, forced to disengage. And that's going to be like a very, very, very nice play here on the side of Professors. They do have to be careful to not, like, over chase. 6 was looking at maybe, like, finding a pick, but you can see how they play all 5 together. They just wait for the regen to kick in, and now they're ready to, like, re-engage thanks to the advantage of Ore Prime. And here they're gonna go deep onto Soul Reaper. They're gonna find the peak. We try to get as much damage as we can onto North. 6 also, like, here finding Lekinator. Toasty is getting kind of low. 6 unfortunately, like, dropping down because all his team is dead. Maybe could have done, like, a little bit more damage to Toasty before he has to double jump away. But that's gonna be a 2-for-1. So we're delaying, like, even further. 6 is gonna try, like, to capture a wave, but what we needed is more like 6 being able to reset so they can, like, fight that Primal Fangtooth. Here he's gonna try to come, but he's not gonna be able to do anything from his HP. They place, like, thousands of ward to be sure that 6 cannot step up. and they're gonna secure that. Nitro is arriving. We try to go for a 50-50. Subjugate is used. They have full information on HP. They're gonna turn immediately onto 6. We try to get the Bull Rush. 6 tries to get as much damage as he can onto Happy Picker, but the Black Hole is gonna be enough to secure. The Dread Nova doesn't connect, but we do have the Synaptic Obliterator killing the target. So that's gonna be like a death. Soul Reaper is trying to go in, only hitting one person from the Fly Trap. We do get the kill. Toasty is getting low, but we're gonna turn onto Lobber to ensure that everyone stay alive. And that's gonna be like 3 people being cleared out of that Primal Fangtooth. So we have the Primal Fangtooth only on 2 people. And the R Prime is about to run out of Toasty, so...
An enemy has been slain.
Oh, but we get... What's happening to Nitro here? So we get the kill. That's a huge mistake. You're your backs against the wall. You're in semi-final, losing 1-0, and you lazy back inside the pit. Not respecting the opponent, which means that you had a huge tempo play for your team, in a sense. It's not like crazy because you don't have any objective to take, but that was the moment that maybe you can get some farm, you can create like some pressure on the map, and maybe create yourself like kind of keep the ball rolling, because now you can invade the jungle, so you force like the Dirty Leg and the boys to stay inside their jungle. You kind of want to make the map big as you can, because you're playing with two assassins. And here you cannot do anything, and now you're actually like a tempo down when you respawn, because you're still dead for 10 seconds when everyone in the mid team is up. So here you just walk with your team and back with your team. Like there was no reason to gain like here this back. The only thing that would have offered this back is like 10 seconds of faster back time. And 10 seconds of faster back time in that situation is worth not much, almost nothing. So yeah, it's even the top player still do this kind of mistake, and that's actually like it's not like you lose Ore Prime from it, it's not like you lose Primal Fangtooth from it, but it kind of deny like once again you get a little bit of momentum back that is immediately shut down because you just don't back correctly. And here, like, the enemy team should never be at your tier 2 tower after, like, killing, like, that many people. And that all calm down, like, this pressure that Dirty Leg and the boys have is just because of Nitro lazy back. So here we're trying to defend this tier 2 tower, but Dirty Leg and the boys are playing that pretty safe, opening the map even more to get like even more pressure before we go for the Ore Prime. And now we have to find a way to make like the map once again chaotic for the side of Professors, but that's gonna be like an Ore Prime team fight with a lot of people inside the pit or around the pit, and in the 5v5 I think I much prefer having the comp of Dirty Leg and the boys than the comp of Professors. Much easier to execute. Guess we were trying like to remove the flower. Six working towards his level 16. Get a bit of damage, but it's a Sevarog. You never want to fully engage on the Sevarog. Unless you can absolutely destroy like very fast, but we have a res as a carry, so the composition doesn't allow it.
Allied tower under attack.
Trying to make like a... Oh, they're trying to go in, they get the subjugate onto Soul Reaper, but we kinda defend pretty good here. We force like the disengage. North took already a lot of damage. That's a very good operation by the side of Professors. Crazy Fool securing the kill onto North, so now we have a 5v4 to play. And they use quite a lot of resources on both sides, so we're actually like in a pretty good spot. They're like and the boys trying to force something. Professor reacting very, very well. We try to get the stun. We're gonna get like the counter engage with the black hole. A lot of damage done to that Gideon. That Gideon is now dead. Sevrog going into the backline and the triple colossal blow. Gonna try to get the kill. Is it gonna be enough to get like another kill? Crazy Fool 1 HP, Soul Reaper 1 HP. Toasty coming back to Crazy Fool. Gonna get like secure like 1 kill as well. And now we have Laconator that is still alive, trying to deal some damage onto Nitro. Nitro trying to survive here through going like up, and that should be like enough. Soul Reaper fighting against Toasty, but I have no mana. Toasty has a lot of mana, and so it's gonna be the Sunk plus the auto attack. We try to flash in, we miss the E, and what a team fight overall here by the... That was like a crazy good team fight. Like, let's watch it again. Like, Blobber salvaging this whole situation. Because we got like pretty tough fight that was very, very well defended by the side of Professors. And so they secured a kill onto North thanks to a very nice Synaptic Obliterator. And now it's like full on the retreat. And here they're gonna try like to chase that. They know that they can like cut them. So Nitro going for the right passing here. Gonna try to go on to North. We get like a nice stun that get like the flash, and here we get like the turnaround by Happy Picker, which means that everyone had their attention onto Happy Picker. And here we do find like this moment, all three squishies in the backline group up together. Lobber find a beautiful colossal blow, gonna get like everyone at 1 HP, and it's enough to get like too many damage, and then it's just a matter of cleaning everything. And here we have like the little battle. Soul Reaper trying to get some mana, but not gonna be enough. Healing is a little bit too strong. And in the end, a 4v3. Pretty good team fight on both sides, to be honest. Very good defenses. And so it's kind of interesting to see that we get like... D-Lab tries to all-in, they get punished hard. Then Professor tried to all-in, and if all the backline damage dealer were spreading a little bit more, that would have been like Professor's team fight 100%. But Lobber realized also sometimes it's the moment you need to go. It's not the moment of staying alive. And I think it's one of the reasons he's so good at Sevrog, is because in a sense, he values his own life, but not really. What I mean by that is, it does realize that sometimes you have to just like go in and create space, and your life is not what matters. What matters is creating disruption for your team to be able to just like accomplish their job. And yeah, that's very, very well played by Lobber here. Here he ends up dying, but the whole team fight is turned around because he has gone for like that very aggressive play and find a wonderful colossal blow that put every single damage dealer on the set of Professor at 1 HP. So now we have to fight against our Prime again on 5 people. And so here we're trying to siege. Our Prime with Narbash is pretty oppressive, to be honest. And so we can see they're just like 1 million is enough, or they're gonna find like the kill. Ooh, very nice stun. So the colossal blow is still like being used. We're gonna try to go on to Soul Reaper. We flash in, North getting the kill. It's gonna be the disengage. We got the crash bang boom on top of it, but it got like a lot of damage onto Nitro. Nitro is 1 HP. The Gallery tried to go in, but the black hole is used immediately to react, and that's gonna be a triple kill. With minion wave that is coming up on the mid lane, we only have the Argus plus the rest to try to defend that. It's not gonna be enough probably, and that's gonna be Dirty Lake and the boys securing that W for themselves against Professors and advancing towards the grand final. And it was like a closer match than the previous one, I have to admit. Dirty Lake and the boys kind of making mistake on the early part of the game, and Professor kind of starting to snowball, and then we see a couple of errors on the side of Professor themselves, which completely like stemmed the bleeding, and then it was like pretty close. Things could have like turned around very fast. Both team asking hard question to the other team, but in the end, the better composition for those long-lasting game ended up winning, and Dirty Lake and the boys securing their spot for the grand final.